Hey kids, SpongeBob here. Today we're going to be reacting to SpongeBob video game bosses, okay? Now make sure you go subscribe to Platform Gems, okay? Let's begin. You're going down, Tubby! Nobody calls him Tubby. Uh-oh, that's not good. He turned into a robot, and now we gotta defeat him. Okay, to defeat him, you gotta whack him in the belt buckle with the sponge buff power. That's the only way I figured out how to defeat him. And then you gotta hit him once his pants go down, for some reason. Which I don't know if this is even a kid's game. It is a kid's game, I just don't know why they make it into a kid's game. Okay, so this next one is called Squidbot. Okay. About to turn.
Ultimate sleep number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed.
Can it help with snoring?
I've never heard snoring.
Exactly.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Done. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus 0% interest for 24 months. Only for a limited time.
Oh, shut up. Oh, boy. Why are we in the patty vault? I don't understand. I don't remember the patty vault being like this. And he barfs out robots. To defeat him, you gotta hit him in the head a couple of times and make him eat Krabby Patties. And there's his health bar right there. You can see each boss has a health bar in SpongeBob games. You can either get them without the power-up or with the power-up. But you gotta make sure no robots are in the way first. To do that, you have to make sure... Okay, so this is where you have to hit him in the head. And this is where he starts to eat the Krabby Patties, and it goes right to his thighs, like in the episode Just One Bite. And this is the part where it gets harder, since there's no buttons anymore. And they send the thing all the way over there, for some reason. And so this next phase is pretty simple. So now there's smoke pipes and everything like that. And you gotta avoid him spinning. You gotta try to avoid that. To avoid that, you have to keep jumping around or do a spin attack to avoid it. Well, I don't like it when the Squidbot talks, because he talks so much. He's the most annoying boss in each game. I don't know why. So now there's water, so you gotta find out how to shut off the water. Now they add this anchor enemy for some reason. You gotta defeat him. And you gotta get in before he starts to hit you. So you lose your power up, so you gotta be careful. And you gotta hit those things right there. And then once he's dead, he's dead. Okay, so this next boss is called Plankton Bot. I don't mean to waste your time, but it's Plankton-Bot, okay? So you have to follow him and try to destroy some robots and clear everything out of your way. And you gotta avoid his attacks. And you gotta avoid what he does. And you gotta hit that thing right there, his fist, and you gotta go inside of him to destroy some things and destroy the core. Pretty simple. You have to do it 3 times in a row, and then you're done. Okay, so this next boss is called Frogfish. It's pretty simple. You just have to defeat him. You have to, once he starts running, you have to go out of the way, and then you have to defeat him. And then this next phase, you have to destroy the ice cream monster thing, and you have to ground pound him to defeat him. Okay, so this next one is called Dennis. Okay? And at the point of him, you have to throw watermelons at him a couple of times. And he throws toilets at you. And maybe some enemies will come out soon. Okay, so this next one is called the Dennis Part 2. It's Deformed Dennis. What I have to do is throw a bowling ball at him to win. Do it a couple times and you're done. Okay, so this next boss is called the Buckethead kidnapped him. It's the final boss fight in the movie. To defeat him, you have to dodge his attacks, and you have to turn the tables, and then once he zooms in on you, you have to watch out for him shooting at you, and you have to get to Mr. Krabs in time, and then once he's dead with those lasers and the attacks and stuff like that, you have to use a guitar attack on him to win. Do it a couple of times and you're done. And then the next phase is pretty simple. You have to do the same thing. There's just going to be some spinning attacking enemies. Okay, so this next boss is called King Jellyfish, and you have to defeat him like a normal boss fight in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Okay, so the next boss fight is Robot Sandy. What you have to do is avoid her attacks, and you have to hit her a couple of times. So this next phase is pretty simple. All you have to do is avoid her strain attacks, and you have to jump. And you have to throw, and once her head comes off, you have to throw it into there. Okay, so this next boss is called Prawn. Not like the food prawn, but you know what I mean. All you have to do is avoid his attacks. You have to avoid his laser thing, whatever it's called, like a foghorn. And you have to do it correctly. You have to hit him correctly in the correct order. You have to use a bowling ball attack on him in one of those lanes. Whoever's white. This next boss is called Patrick, and you have to watch him spin. And you have to be careful for him spinning, or else he'll try to kill you. And then you have to hit him in the kick me part, okay? This next boss is called the Flying Dutchman, okay? And it's basically you have to beat him with Sandy. And you have to watch out for his laser attacks and stuff like that. Okay, so this next boss is called Robot Spongebob.
The robot better change tactics and fast.
And you have to destroy those little buttons on him. And then the next phase is really simple. All you have to do is defeat the brain power and stuff like that inside of them. Okay, that's all the bosses I have for today. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and I'll do more. Goodbye.